little bit, but lot of garbage. It's so ugly now.
It's so ugly now?
Yeah.
Where did all this garbage come from?
From the ocean.
It's
Just because of the people living in the near town of the ocean, right?
Yeah, so much in the ocean and everywhere. This is a beautiful area. We're like in a remote place in a lowland coastal rainforest. This beautiful beach area. There's nobody around, and if you look at this, you think, man, this is incredible. Who wouldn't want to be here? Okay, and then you go here where the typhoons and the storms wash all this trash that's in the sea and the ocean. When it rains, the heavy rains washes this all ashore because there's nobody living around here. And then look what you have. Here you've got this beautiful beach, and here it's completely trashed. And all this garbage breaks down continuously into smaller and smaller pieces and never degrades. Smaller pieces that is eaten by animals and ends in the food chain and harms people and wildlife of all sorts. And it's just a massive problem. And here you have so many non-recyclable wrappers. This one says Minute Maid. God. Straws, plastic straws, plastic cups, bottles, Styrofoam. It's a huge job to clean up this mess. That's why you've got to hire people, employ people to do this labor. It's massive, especially in the developing nations where most of the plastic originates and where people are desperate for work. I keep saying that, but there's a need for a massive anti-poverty environmental project where people are employed all over the world, especially the developing countries, to clean up this huge mess that people have created. It'd be one thing if all this garbage, degraded and didn't harm the environment, but it doesn't. It's going to be here thousands of years from now, breaking into smaller pieces that become impossible to ever collect, that go into the food chain. Animals consume it, birds, seabirds. There's a whale that had a huge amount of plastic in its stomach that was washed ashore. But you got seabirds, marine mammals, whales, dolphins, sea turtles, fish, invertebrates. All are consuming this garbage. It's everywhere now. If we keep doing this, trashing this planet, there's going to be no future for anybody. No matter what religion somebody follows, with all these stupid religious wars that the world seems to be embarking upon nowadays. But none of it matters. The politics, the religions of people. If you trash your planet, you have no future. You have no planet that's going to sustain humanity. A lot of it's plastic. If you pick it up, it breaks into small pieces. It's really hard. You got to be really careful gathering it so it doesn't disintegrate in your hands into thousands or millions of small, tiny pieces that no one can ever collect. These branches have a lot of thorns to them. You can't get back there. There's the ever-present straws. Oh God. bags. So many marine animals mistake these plastic bags for like jellyfish or something that's edible. All these wrappers. There's your straws again. Of course, you got the styrofoam every place. What do you think, Sally?
I think
Needs clean?
yeah.
It's really bad. There's so much of this. Unfortunately, I wish this was an anomaly, like a rare place where garbage collected, but it's so common now. So much trash all over. And again, no one lives around here. This is, you know, trash washed in from storms. It's out in the seas. It goes to the coast. It breaks down on the coast. With the rains and the storms, it goes back into the ocean, destroying the ocean, destroying the coast. It's a vicious cycle. From the coast to the water, to the seas, from the oceans to the coast. Always breaking down into smaller pieces. Harming the coast, harming the oceans, harming wildlife, harming humans. We're consuming this nonsense now, this poison. It's in the food chain. It's not enough just to outlaw plastic straws, which should have been done years and years ago. It needs so much more than that at this point. It's just an out of control problem. Got to change the use of non-recyclable plastic, how things are wrapped. You've got to employ people to clean up this huge mess. You've got to have better waste management all over the world. Recognize that it's one world, that the trash of one nation ends up in the seas and pollutes all nations. So you've got to have better waste management, have it universal. That's what mankind should try to be universally spreading. Proper waste management, stopping the trashing of this planet, and worry less about the spreading of one religion or another, one ideology or another, because none of that ultimately matters if you destroy your planet, which is what we're doing. How many days did you clean this up, do you think? Yeah.
I think 2 days.
2 days?
It's not hard to clean no more.
Yeah, because no mangrove, no thorns.
Yeah.
Easier.
It's not hard.
This is an easier terrain to do a cleanup than the mangrove area. We've got to be really careful.
It's very hard to clean the mangrove area.
Yeah, this will be
Not
easy.
like this area. There is easy to clean.
Easier to clean.
Yeah, easy. Easier than mangrove, right?
Yeah, I think so. A lot easier than the mangrove. Boy,
But there's big difference. You know why? Mangrove is full of plastic, and then there is only, you can see a little bit of plastic, but more on styro and bottle.
no, there's a lot of plastic when you move the leaves.
Not totally more. But in the mangrove is too much more.
Much more plastic in the mangrove. So Sally's saying that in the mangrove.
Don't mention my name, right? It's okay.
Okay, James.
Yeah.
James said.
Yeah,
James, that's the other name is very common in the United States. But
Well,
James
they
said
don't know about my name.
James said in the mangrove there was an enormous amount of plastic bags and plastic. Here there's an assortment. There's a lot of styrofoam and discarded slippers, sandals, and other things, bottles, plastic bottles. But then you always got the wrappers, all this stuff, wrappers and
So
straws. Right? It's a lot. So 2 days you think we can do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Because we're going to Cebu, ba? Okay.
All right. Are you ready to go, Betty?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Betty, we're gonna go.
Cebu. Then pray all of them. Food, etc. Food, transport.
Bring all the workers to Cebu?
Here, bring.
Okay. All right, Betty, we're gonna go.
Just try. Try to ask them, you wanna go to Cebu, Aita?
Okay.
Ako, I can go. I'm a Boholana. You know Bohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice there. Okay, we'll see if the Aita want to go. It's far. So out here there's sea grasses and farther out coral that's starting to grow back. A lot of it's damaged. Should be a beautiful area, but
Very beautiful.
very beautiful if not for all the garbage. It's just really out of control.